Welcome back. In the next few videos, we're going to explore aspect-oriented programming, also known as AOP. This is a very important concept in Spring Boot. With AOP, we can handle things like logging, security, and transactions in a clean and reusable way, without cluttering our main business logic. Let's understand this step by step, and by the end of this series, you'll be able to use AOP confidently in your projects. Alright, look at my screen carefully. Here we have service methods like createEmployee and createOrder. Now think about this for a moment. Every single one of these methods needs certain things to happen around them. Things like request and response logging, log what came in, log what went out. Metrics and monitoring, track how long each method takes, how many times it was called. Security checks, verify the user has permission before the method even runs. Now here is the important question: where do you write all of this? The obvious answer might be, write it inside every method.
Simple, right?
But think about what happens next. You have 50 service methods. Every single one needs logging. Every single one needs a security check. So you copy and paste the same code 50 times. Your methods that were supposed to be clean and focused are now cluttered with code that has nothing to do with the actual business logic. And that is just the beginning of the problem. What if tomorrow you need to change the logging format? Now you have to go into every single method and update it. 50 methods.
50 changes. And you will miss some. Guaranteed.
And when you miss one, your application becomes inconsistent.
Some APIs log. Some don't.
Some have security checks.
Some don't.
That is not just messy, that is risky. This is exactly the problem AOP was designed to solve. With AOP, you define these common concerns once, in one place. And they apply automatically, consistently, across every method that needs them.
No repetition.
No missed methods. No inconsistency. That is the core value of aspect-oriented programming. Before we move forward, let's understand one very important concept. What is a cross-cutting concern? And once you understand this, AOP will make complete sense. A cross-cutting concern is a functionality that affects multiple parts of your application, but cannot be cleanly placed into a single module or layer. Think about it this way. Your application has layers: controller, service, repository. Each layer has its own responsibility.
Clean and separated.
But now think about logging. Logging is needed in the controller. It is needed in the service. It is needed in the repository. It does not belong to one layer, it cuts across all of them. That is exactly what we call a cross-cutting concern. It crosses the boundaries of your layers. Now let's answer the main question: what is AOP? AOP stands for Aspect-Oriented Programming. And the definition is actually very straightforward once you understand cross-cutting concerns. AOP is a programming approach that helps us separate cross-cutting concerns from our core business logic.
That's it. That is the whole idea.
Instead of writing logging, security, and monitoring code inside every single method, AOP allows you to define that logic once in one place and apply it automatically across the entire application. Think of it like this. Your business methods have one job: business logic. Creating an employee.
Processing an order.
Managing payments. That is all they should do. Everything else, logging, security, transactions, monitoring, that is AOP's job.
You define it once.
AOP applies it wherever you need it. Your business methods never even know it is happening. Alright, now let's go through the AOP terminology step by step. And we are going to start with the most fundamental one: aspect. So what exactly is an aspect? An aspect is a dedicated module, a separate class, where you define your cross-cutting concern logic. Think of it this way. In normal Spring development, you have an employee service class for employee logic, an order service class for order logic. Each class has one responsibility. An aspect follows the same idea. But instead of business logic, it contains cross-cutting logic. So you might have a logging aspect, contains all your logging logic. A security aspect, contains all your security checks. A transaction aspect, contains all your transaction management. Each aspect has one responsibility.
One concern. Defined once.
Applied everywhere it is needed.
Alright, next join point.
A join point is a specific point during the execution of your program where an aspect can be applied. Now in theory, a join point could be many things.
A method being called.
a method completing execution,
an exception being thrown, a field being accessed.
These are all potential join points in AOP theory. But here is something very important, and this is specific to Spring AOP. In Spring AOP, a join point always represents a method execution.
Always.
Spring does not support field-level or constructor-level join points. Every join point in Spring is a method being executed.
That is it.
So think of it this way, every single method in your application is a potential join point. Every time a method runs, that is a join point. Create employee runs, that is a join point.
Process order runs, that is a join point.
Validate user runs, that is a join point.
Alright, next term. Advice.
And this one is very important. Because advice is where the actual code lives.
So what is advice?
Advice is the action that the aspect takes at a specific join point. In simple words, advice is the code that actually runs when AOP kicks in. But advice is not just about what runs, it is also about when it runs relative to the target method. And that is where the different types of advice come in. Spring AOP gives us 5 types of advice. At before, runs before the method executes. Use this for security checks, logging incoming requests, validating inputs. At after returning, runs after the method returns successfully. Only fires if no exception was thrown. Use this for logging the response. At after throwing, runs only if the method throws an exception. Use this for error logging or sending alerts. At after, runs after the method executes, regardless of whether it succeeded or threw an exception. Use this for cleanup operations or logging completion. At around, the most powerful one, runs before and after the method. It fully wraps the method execution. You can even decide whether to proceed with the method or not. Use this for performance monitoring, transaction management, or rate limiting. This is very important. Each type of advice has a specific purpose. Choosing the right one for the right situation is a key skill in AOP.
Alright, next term. Pointcut.
And this one ties everything together. So what is a pointcut? A pointcut is an expression that defines which join points the advice should apply to. Remember, every method in your application is a potential join point. But you don't want your logging advice running on every single method. You want to be specific.
You want control.
That is exactly what a pointcut gives you. Think of it like a filter. Out of all the methods in your application, the pointcut says, apply this advice only to the methods that match this pattern.
For example,
apply logging to all methods in the service layer. Apply security checks to all methods that start with create. Apply monitoring to all methods in a specific package. That level of control is the pointcut.
Alright, and the final term. Weaving.
Now we have learned aspect, join point, advice, and pointcut.
All the pieces are defined.
But there is still one question. How does Spring actually connect all of these pieces together and apply them to your application? That process is called weaving. Weaving is the process of linking your aspects with your application objects, so that the advice runs at the right join point, at the right time. In simple words, weaving is how AOP goes from being configured to actually working. Now weaving can happen at 3 different times. First, compile time. Aspects are woven into your code during compilation. This is done by the aspect-j compiler. Your bytecode is modified before the application even runs. Second, load time. Aspects are woven when the classes are loaded into the JVM. Also known as load time weaving. Third, runtime. Aspects are woven while the application is running. This is what Spring AOP uses. And this is very important. Spring AOP performs weaving at runtime, using proxies. When your Spring application starts, Spring looks at your aspects and pointcuts. It creates a proxy object around every bean that needs to be advised. When a method is called on that bean, the proxy intercepts the call, runs the advice, and then delegates to the actual method. Alright, one more important term, target object. So what is a target object? A target object is simply the object whose methods are being intercepted and advised by AOP. In other words, it is the actual bean in your application that the aspect is applied to. For example, If you have a logging aspect that applies to all methods in your employee service, then the employee service is the target object. It is the object that is being watched,
being intercepted, being advised.
Now here is something important to understand about how Spring handles the target object. Spring AOP never modifies your target object directly. Instead, Spring wraps the target object inside a proxy. When you call a method on the employee service, you are actually calling it on the proxy. The proxy intercepts the call, runs the advice, and then delegates to the actual employee service method. So your target object, the employee service, never knows that AOP is happening around it. It just does its job.
Alright, next term. AOP proxy.
And this one is very closely related to what we just discussed about the target object. So what is an AOP proxy? An AOP proxy is the object that Spring creates to wrap around your target object, so that it can intercept method calls and apply the advice. In simple words, when you call a method on a Spring bean, you are not calling it directly on the actual object. You are calling it on the proxy. The proxy sits in the middle, intercepts the call, runs the advice, and then delegates to the actual target object. This is how Spring AOP works without modifying your original code at all. Now Spring creates two types of proxies. JDK dynamic proxy, used when your bean implements an interface. Spring creates a proxy that implements the same interface and wraps the actual bean. CGLIB proxy, used when your bean does not implement any interface. Spring creates a subclass of your bean at runtime and overrides the methods to inject the advice. This is very important. Spring decides which proxy to use automatically, based on whether your bean implements an interface or not. You don't need to worry about this in most cases. Spring handles it behind the scenes. The key takeaway is this: every Spring bean that has an aspect applied to it is actually a proxy, not the original object.
The proxy.
And that proxy is what makes AOP possible, without touching a single line of your business code.
Alright, one more term. Introduction.
Now this one is slightly different from everything we have discussed so far.
So pay close attention.
So what is an introduction? An introduction allows you to add new methods or fields to an existing class, without modifying that class. In simple words, through AOP, you can make an existing bean implement a new interface and provide the implementation for it, all without touching the original class. We'll explore this in detail in a separate video. Now, before we jump into the implementation, let me address a question that many developers ask. Why can't we just use a helper class or inheritance instead of AOP? It is a fair question. And the answer is very important. Let's start with the helper class approach. Yes, you can create a logging helper class and put all your logging logic there. That solves the duplication problem. You write the logging code once. But here is the issue. You still have to manually call that helper in every method. The logging code is in one place, but the calls are still repeated everywhere. You still have to remember to add it in every method. And if you forget one, your application becomes inconsistent. Helper class reduces duplication, but it does not eliminate manual wiring. Now what about inheritance? You could create a base class with the common logic, and have all your service classes extend it. But that introduces a different problem. Java supports single inheritance. If your service already extends another class, you are stuck. You cannot extend two classes. And more importantly, inheritance creates tight coupling. Every service class is now tied to the base class. Change the base class, and you risk breaking every service that extends it. That is not clean design. AOP solves both problems. No manual calls. No tight coupling. You define the logic once in an aspect, and Spring applies it automatically to every matching method. You never touch the business methods at all. That is why AOP exists. That is why it matters. And that brings us to the end of this video. Today we covered a lot of ground, and it was all theory. But very important theory. We learned what AOP is and the problem it solves. We understood cross-cutting concerns, and why they cannot live inside business logic. We went through all the core AOP terminology: aspect, join point, advice, point cut, target object, AOP proxy, weaving, and introduction. And finally, we understood why helper classes and inheritance are not the right solution, and why AOP is. Now the foundation is solid. In the next video, we stop talking theory and start writing actual AOP code in Spring Boot. You will see everything we discussed today come to life in real implementation. So make sure you do not miss that. If this video helped you build a clear understanding of AOP, please like it. It genuinely helps this channel grow. If you are not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified the moment the next video drops. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.